Good morning, everyone. It's Robert from On My Turntable. Hope you're having a great morning this morning. It's Wednesday morning. It's a coffee kind of morning. Normally you'll see me sitting there with my coffee mug and Max behind me, a bunch of albums around me, but I'm entering SWELLHEADS contest. I apologize on SWELLHEADS contest. I'm not sure of your first name, but it's a great contest, but the main preference is don't show anything. So I'm not showing anything except my couch with dog hair all over it, which I have to brush today. um, for 3 or 4 questions on here, kind of a get to know kind of question again, which is cool. And but the main thing is don't show anything. Don't show any albums. Don't show any anything, because you'll be eliminated from the contest. So before I get into my answers, please hit the like and subscribe button below. Thank you to all that have liked and subscribed so far. I greatly appreciate it. I want to continue to put great content out there to be informative and to show you guys some great bands and artists that I have in my collection. You guys have been great. The vinyl community is such a great community. So many nice people. So many awesome people that support you, and they love what they're doing, and they want you to love what you're doing as well. And I appreciate everyone on the Vinyl Community Network. So I got this idea from watching Rachel, the Music Mam's entry, and also Chris Propey's entry from Musically Obsessed. Two great people. Again, super supportive. Rachel, fellow Canadian, and Chris, I believe, from New York area. It doesn't matter where you're from. You're a great person. You're a great person. And the first question is, shout out local radio stations, past or present. I don't listen to much radio, simply because of the repetitiveness of especially classic rock radio stations, where you hear the same 20 or 30 songs all the time, just in rotation. But back in the day, late 70s, early 80s, when I lived near Toronto, a place called Pickering, which is just outside of Toronto, the big radio station back in the day was Q107. Straight ahead rock and roll, heavy music, concerts, new bands, like it's just awesome station. And you go to the beach, you go to wherever, you're putting on Q107. Just amazing channel. Right now it's a top 40 radio station. So probably because of money, there's not much. I don't think there's much revenue in classic rock anymore. Maybe that's just my thinking, but they've gone to the top 40 pop station, which is a shame. And when I moved from Toronto to Ottawa, the other side of the province, Canada's capital city, for those of you that don't know, there was a great radio station there called Shea 106. It's still around, but Shea 106 was like Toronto's Q107, but they would play so many unique things. First time I heard progressive rock was on Shea 106. They would play weird stuff, whole sides of albums, and just an amazing channel. When I looked it up yesterday, just to familiarize myself with it again, because it's been a while since I've heard it, I couldn't believe it, but it's now a country and western station. I was shocked, and nothing wrong with country and western. I don't listen to that either, but to go from a rock station, a progressive rock station, unique station, to a country and western station, just weird. Locally, where I live in Belleville, Ontario, which is smack dab in the middle of Toronto and Ottawa, There's a classic rock station called Rock 107. Again, that same 20 or 30 song rotation. So on the very rare occasions that I do listen to radio, whether I'm doing something or fixing something around the house, I'll throw that on, but for the most part I don't listen to the radio. Next question is an album you'll never listen to by a band you love. I'll probably never get Queen's Hot Space. I love Queen. I've got a good majority of their older albums, quite a few of them actually, but I'm just not interested in Hot Space. It's got elements of disco and funk and dance and pop. I've never really heard it, so I shouldn't judge it, but just based on what I've read about it, I'll probably never get that. I had a chance to see Queen back in 1986 when they played in Wembley Station. We had back when I was married. Wife and I had planned a trip to England. 2 days before the trip, I was hit with this terrible bug that put me out for 24 hours. I just delirious, couldn't move. It was so bad my wife actually canceled the trip and we had to reschedule. So yeah, it was a terrible thing. I didn't know where I was. The bed sweats, just I was out for 24, almost 48 hours. So she was so worried that we canceled the trip, so I lost out on seeing Queen at Wembley Stadium, and I regret that to this day. That's not the reason why we're not married anymore. But yeah, it was a shame. It was a shame. Next question is an album you've never heard. Believe it or not, and I've seen it a million times on these channels, the reaction videos. I've never heard the Velvet Underground, Andy Warhol. Never heard one song off of it, which is surprising. It's on my radar. It's on my list of albums to get. Maybe because I'm just not familiar with Lou Reed, other than his couple of hit songs. But yeah, I never heard the Velvet Underground, Andy Warhol with the banana on the front cover. Yeah, I don't know why, but one day I will get that. And I think that's it. I think that's all the questions. Yeah, I think I've gone through all the questions. So thanks very much. Have yourself a wonderful day, and take care. We'll talk to you again soon. Bye-bye now. Is that it? Yeah.